Hi, my name is Marty Shankman. This is Elvis, and this is a video series entitled Elvis Does Estate Planning. Hi, my name is Marty Shankman, and welcome. This is a video series entitled Elvis Does Estate Planning. This is Elvis, and this particular segment is a video clip on how to protect your child. It could not just be a child, it could be a niece, nephew, or other minor heir, but we'll just call him child for purposes of this video. The video clips are intended to try to give you some informative information, hopefully more practical, useful stuff than just the trite information typically made available to consumers, and help you plan to protect your loved ones and implement your estate planning. Our website, LawEasy, www.laweasy, laweasy.com, has Q&As, sample documents you can use to discuss with your attorneys, planning tips, and a lot of other information as well. So let's get back to our topic for this segment, how to protect your child. And many of the topics that we're going to discuss are addressed in detail and from other perspectives in some of the other videos. And yes, even though this is focused on how to protect your child, yeah, I'll tell them. You may also want to protect your pet, and there's some ways that you need to do that too, and we'll probably hopefully do a video on that as well. Is that okay? Thanks. All right. If you have a minor child and you're off on a climb of Mount Everest for 2 weeks with your spouse, who's going to take care of the child if there's a medical emergency? We've developed a form that is available free on the LawEasy website called an Emergency Child Medical Form. And what we try to do is make practical and easily available a template that you can authorize someone to take emergency medical action for your child, kind of analogous to what you might do in a living will or a healthcare proxy, really, for yourself as an adult, but for your minor child, so that if in an emergency your caretaker or your Aunt Susie takes your child to the hospital, there's something authorizing them to act. Just as importantly, we also have place for you to record information like your insurance data, any allergies, and a whole range of health information. We consulted probably about a dozen different pediatricians and emergency room physicians and put together a template that should help for that purpose. Another thing that you need to do if you have a minor child that you're caring for is draft a will and sign an appropriate will. And in your will, you want to designate a guardian, which is a person to watch your child and take care of them. You don't find this interesting? And you should probably, okay, we'll put you down, Elvis. But okay, Elvis is going down. He's still in the house, though. You want to name a trustee to manage the money that's going to be left for your child, to care for your child, as well as a guardian to manage the person. Your child is a human being. Very important, and it's not on the slide that we'll show you, but very important, you also want to write a letter of instruction. How will these people know, heartfelt, what you want done with your child? One of my clients once called it the 2-tissue box letter, the hardest letter she said she ever wrote. If you're not here, a heartfelt letter saying how you want your child raised, what kind of education, religious upbringing, social upbringing, values, could be tremendously helpful when your guardian and your trustees try to interpret and carry out what they believe your wishes are to care for a minor child. Not easy to do, but vitally important, and sadly too few people really do this. Another thing that you want to do if you have a minor child, if you don't have adequate resources and something happens, you get hit by a bus tomorrow, you need to make sure you have enough life insurance that that child will be cared for, at least to get their living expenses and hopefully perhaps even their college costs covered. So look at life insurance. And there's another video clip we have where we review the uses of life insurance, and in particular life insurance trusts, and how to use that to protect your heirs, save taxes, and make sure that the assets, the insurance, remains safe for the people you want to provide for. Another common step is to provide for college savings. 529 college saving plan is a great tool. If you're very wealthy, you should look at trusts as an alternative, because the amount you can give away each year, in the year 2009, it's $13,000 per person, might be more efficiently and effectively used as part of your overall estate plan by giving it to a trust for your child that's integrated with your whole planning and your bigger objectives than just setting up a 529 plan. But for many people, probably the vast majority of Americans, 529 plan is a great tool. It's asset protected for you as the donor putting money in. It can grow income tax free, come out income tax free. Phenomenal tool for the vast majority of people. Great way to provide for a college. You might even want to set up a trust for your child today, not only to meet your estate planning goals, but let's say your child has special needs, or your child has not just special needs in a sense of a child that has a health care issue, but maybe a gifted child or a child that you want to make certain provisions for the future, and a 529 plan may not fit the bill. Your child may not have any intent to go to college, they may be artistic, so a trust might be a better vehicle even for that reason. But the bottom line is, to care for a child properly, you need to take care of your planning and care for your planning and yourself. So to review, to take care of a child, you need to have a will with a guardian, probably a trustee, need to do financial planning to make sure there's adequate resources for the child. For many young parents, that means life insurance. Sometimes a very simple 10, 20-year term policy may be sufficient to get the child through to the age of majority, and it's a tremendous tool to backstop and prevent a catastrophe if, God forbid, you die prematurely. Look at college savings through a 529 plan or a trust, depending which is appropriate for you, and those are some of the steps that you should take. Thank you for joining us.